perhaps you've been sitting for a chunk of the morning or your day, and it's a good way to get the blood flowing right away. And today's Energize will be focused on quite a simple, what I would call a simple flow, simple hatha style flow, and trying to get in all aspects of movement of the body from top to bottom. So go ahead to the top of your mat. And with your feet about hip distance and parallel, relax your arms by your sides. And right away, if you can, if it doesn't disrupt your orientation or your balance, close your eyes. And take a deep breath in and a sighing breath out. Just let that wave of breath come through again. Sipping a little deeper, perhaps. And the sigh, feeling how the shoulders fall from the ears, even a little more so than when you first placed them. And one more time. And then gather your hands at your heart center, pressing palm to palm. Press down into the earth from the big toe to the baby toe, to the center of your heel. Soften the backs of the knees to feel your legs fully engage, and press the earth away like you want to shoot out of the ceiling of the room that you're in. You might feel a little tuck of your tailbone down, a lift of your ribs, your heart towards your thumb tips, and draw your ears back in line with your shoulders. This pose of mountain, Tadasana, to bring the strength, the inner power, the stability back to our awareness. When we feel as though we waver, root down through the toes, the center of your heel, and feel the anchor as you press out of your waist. Set an intention, a dedication, or a commitment for this 30 minutes on your mat to move, to breathe, to stay connected to all aspects as best you can, while creating some freedom to explore the edges and the angles throughout the body. Take another deep breath in. Bow your head to your hands as you exhale. As you return the chin to neutral, reach the arms straight up. Palms face each other, pinky fingers forward, thumbs back. If you want here to blink open the eyes, take the gaze upward as you draw your chin slightly downward. Another tall breath out of your waist, inhale. Pressing down through the heels, pull the shoulders to your back as you exhale. Take another breath here. Then soften the knees, hands together, bow forward, exhale, the waterfall of breath down. Lift halfway, breath in. And step your left foot back, lunge, breathe out. Keep the knee lifted, keeping the energy in the legs. You might reach a little higher by straightening the front knee and then soften it until it's over the ankle, right on that edge. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel how that engages the front of your ribs to come back. And then take your left arm forward and your right arm back. Open up, inhale. Then reach straight up on the exhalation. Inhale, open to the left. And exhale, reach up. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Exhale, reach up. Building some heat, some power in the legs. Open one more time to your left side. Exhale to reach up. Inhale, hands to heart, hinge forward, plant your palms, and step back, downward facing dog. Top of a push-up, breath in. Lower, breath out. Point the toes, lift the heart, cobra. Release forward and down. Tuck the toes, press up and back, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take your right leg to the sky, bend your right knee and yawn the right side of your body open. From your right hand anchored into the floor, square the shoulders, lift your right knee a little higher. And then we'll kick the right leg straight back and then bend the knee into your chest and step forward to lunge. Fingertips forward, step your left foot, hip distance, halfway lift. Bow forward, all the breath out. Reach to rise, come all the way up. And hands to heart center. Press down through the soles of the feet. Release the arms by your sides. Take a breath, set your gaze steady. Reach the thumbs up in front, arms overhead, full breath in. Plug the arms into the shoulder sockets as you breathe out. This tall, lengthy mountain building heat, the prana from your feet to your fingertips as you exhale your next breath. Hips back, soft knees, bow forward. Halfway lift. And step your right foot back. Find the lunge on the other side. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Feel that pulling in brings those front ribs to greet the back ribs. And then right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale. It's a bit of a reverse breath here. Exhale to reach up. Inhale to open. Exhale to reach up, square hips. Inhale to open left. Exhale to reach. Inhale to open. One more on each side. Let there be a softening to the edges of the hips, but a strengthening through the soles of the feet. Bring your hands back to your heart. Hinge forward, step back, downward facing dog. Top of a push-up, breath in, follow that wave and lower. Knees can be lifted or come all the way down to cobra. If you prefer an up dog here, take it. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, melt through the heels, soften through the knees, tip your tail a little higher. Say that 3 times fast. Left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee and open up the left side waist. Feel into the left palm, every ounce of energy through the fingers, through the base of the hand, and then up through your left knee. Kick the left leg straight. Bring the knee to your chest. Step forward. Lunge. Bring the right foot to greet the left. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Press to rise. Reach for the sky. And hands to heart center. Toe heel your big toes to touch, opening the heels. As you hug the inner thighs together, like you're zipping up your legs to one leg, push your heels apart. Feel how you open up your sacrum, your tail. Take your arms straight up again. Inhale tall. As you exhale, plug the shoulders down from the ears without letting the middle back release. Take another tall breath. This time, bend the knees, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose. Full breath here. On the exhalation, sit a little lower. If you look in front of your knees, you should still see 10 toes. They might hover. If you feel like you might tip back, press the toes down to keep some energy forward. One more breath. Bow forward, exhale. Lift halfway. And step your left foot back to warrior one. You can widen your feet left and right if you need more stability, side to side. But from here, tap the fingertips and take your left arm underneath your right, wrapping to eagle arms, Garudasana. Lift the elbows up for a circling of your shoulders back as you exhale, elbows at shoulder height, hands pulling away from your face. Bend a little more into your right knee and feel for your left pinky toe. As you feel for the edge of your foot, push into it, feeling the inner left arch lift. 2 more breaths. Let there be some flowing of breath and fluid through the shoulders. As you release your arms, hinge halfway or even a quarter of the way forward. So you're just off the angle of your back leg, wings back behind you. Front knee still bent over the ankle. Right hip draws back, left hip tips forward. Shoulders gliding onto your back. Keep the length of your breath. The transition here is to three-legged dog. So your hands come down, pick up the back heel first, right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, sink your left heel, bend your left knee, and open your right side again. Kick the right leg straight back, lower it down, meet the left, high plank. Lowering halfway or all the way, knees up or down, cobra or up dog, shoulders come back. Hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Feet together. A great way to build energy is to take a few hops here. Now, if the shoulders are not feeling it today, just do some deep bend to straighten. If you want to add a couple hops, you bend deep, lift and land with a cushion in your knees and your ankles. So like little coils in your car tires, little springs. Do about 3 hops. And then hop or step to the top of your mat. Big toes touch, lift halfway, and bow forward. Drop your hips, lift your heart, lift your arms. Utkatasana. Stand straight up. Tadasana. Hands to heart center. Keep the hips back over the heels. Hug the inner thighs together. Feel the rate of your heart, your breath. Smoothing that rate slowly. Take the arms straight up, breath in, upper arm bones plug down, breath out, front ribs to back ribs. Another breath here. Sit into chair, Utkatasana, sit down and back. Deep breath. Sit a little lower, 2 more inches perhaps. Bow forward on your next exhalation. Lift halfway and step your right foot back, warrior 1. Reach up. Tap the fingertips, soften the elbows to bring your right arm under your left, eagle arms. Wrap twist. Feel for your right heel. The inhale can roll the shoulders up, back and down. And feel as though there's a subtle push-pull of your arms away from you, but also plugging back into your body. Left hip pulls back, soften that left knee a little more. Right heel, anchor it back until you feel your right glute, that bum cheek squeeze, so you're lifting out of your waist. Now start to release your wings, hinge forward a quarter of the way, so you're on the same trajectory of your back leg. Letting the shoulder blades slide onto your back like the wings of a bird. Gazing at the big toe, the power, the energy of the earth, drawing up through the crown of the head. We'll transition here to three-legged dog. Hands come down, heel comes up, left foot goes up, bend the knee, open up the left side of your waist. If you look under your right arm for your left foot, you might find a little more extension and a more squared shoulder towards the floor. Kick the left leg straight, lower your left foot down, high plank breath in, lower halfway or all the way, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. We're building a little heat, a little energy in the body here, getting the blood flowing. Again, feet together, knees together. This option for hops, think about donkey kicks. So what that means is we're not just leaving the ground, but we're trying to pull our heels together towards our backside. So you'll sit low, try to kick the backside and then bring the feet to land before you come all the way down. Do 3. And then step or hop, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Great way to just loosen up the tension in the body. Drop the hips, reach the arms, Utkatasana. Standing into Tadasana, hands to heart center. You'll feel the heart rate pick up. Use the breath. Exhale longer to settle. Great time to work our balance. So we'll shift to the left foot. Open the right knee. Right foot to ankle or calf. Tree pose. Going higher if you choose. Finding that stability in the outer hip, hugging in. Take your eyes up. Grow your branches up. Even with the simplicity of arms, hands above our shoulders, the heart is working a little harder. You want to feed it more oxygen. Give it more awareness to that big toe. A little tip is the tongue can push into the roof of the mouth just behind those front teeth, just above them, creating a more balanced connection. Now from here, we're going to transition the knee forward. Let the foot hover, let the arms swing by your sides, come into airplane. Land into lunge, reach up, and then open to warrior 2. Beautiful. Breath in, sit a little more into the seat of this warrior. Left palm open, reach up and back. For 3, you can hold the head if you like. Sometimes that feels really good for encouraging those upper ribs open. 2. We'll go to side angle. So releasing the arms, getting the other side of the waist long. Reach up and over the ear. And again, you can catch the head and then look underneath the tricep or just look to the side. Sit the hips lower. Come all the way back up. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, three-legged dog. Open up the hip, that fire hydrant dog. We've done a few of these here, so you can stay here now or take a little flip dog if it's there for you. If you have the space, you're pivoting your right foot, so it's only halfway around. The right leg goes straight. The left toes or foot can go flat. Left arm reaches up and back. So we call wild thing. Get a little wild. Bend your right knee, weight into your right foot, pick up the left, tip back over, release the foot down. Take a rest or a vinyasa, high plank, lower halfway or all the way. Shoulders back, chest up, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Feet together. Single hop forward or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Bow it out. Stretch up, rise up. Hands to heart center. Smoothing the breath. Shift onto your right foot. Squeeze the right leg. Open the knee. Left knee bend, foot to the ankle or calf. Riksasana, tree pose, or foot higher into the upper thigh. Take the eyes up, take the arms up. Thinking front body sometimes flares open. We want to pull the front ribs in and grow this tall tree straight up from the heel of your right foot. Very often we send our hips forward here and we sort of drop into the base. Rather than that, pull your hips back. It might cause your left knee to come a little forward, and in time you'll work it more open. As you bring the knee forward, bring the wings back and down, hover the foot, go right into airplane. Coming through the body, lots of angles. Bend your right knee, land to lunge, reach up, open warrior two. Deep breath here. Sit a little lower into that front knee. Right palm open, up and back. Your left hand's just gracing your back thigh, or it can reach around towards your right hip. Sometimes that can feel good for releasing your lower back. Catch the head if you like for 3. Head to hand, 2. Cartwheeling through to side angle. Think Uddiyana Bandha, belly button to spine. Reach up and over. If the hips come up, melt down through the hips, lift up through your heart. Catch the head if you like. Push off your bottom elbow, long in your neck. Press down to rise up. Sit into it with the exhale. Last breath here, tall. Hands to the mat, cartwheel. 3-legged dog. Bend the upper knee, open up the hip. Spin your bottom foot if you want to. So the leg goes straight, your right tippy toes or right foot flat, reach up and open. A little wild thing if you're feeling it. Then bend your bottom knee, flipping back, kick the foot up, lower down, take a rest or vinyasa, high, low, cobra or up dog, breath in, releasing breath out. Tuck the toes, slide back to child's pose. So untuck the toes, rest the arms, let the forehead connect back to the earth. There's a harness to your breath when the lips are sealed and we're maintaining that energetic fill up from the inner body to the outer body. Come up onto all fours. We'll walk the knees forward, crisscross the legs or sweep them around to one side. Stretch the legs around in front. Option here for a single opening of your hips. So right ankle on left knee, hands come around behind. Bring the bottom foot up, little thread the needle type position, but we're going to keep the hands behind, make the spine tall. You can stay right here, and a little rock side to side of your left knee can feel really enticing to that hip, but doing it in a way that's encouraging you deeper rather than getting away from. And if that's okay, and if it's available, you can always walk your left foot all the way over into what we call Agni Stambhasana, or double fire log position. So if that's available, you'll come to sit tall. You might put a block under your bottom knee. That'll help even out your pelvis. And wherever you are, close your eyes for a moment. I want you to take 5 really smooth inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. The breath of Ujjayi, the breath that brings a presence and awareness to the physical body. It brings a calming and a stillness to the nervous system. It brings us back into the moment. Back to our intention, our dedication. Shoulders back, chin slightly drawn down and back. You'll eventually lean back into your hands and release the legs around in front. A little tap out. Left ankle onto right knee, open it up. Staying here with the foot flat, even for a moment like you did on the other side. If you want to go right to Agni Stambhasana, you can. And toe heel that right foot over. And sides can feel really different. So just be mindful as you move, honoring the integrity of your joints. That's the one thing to always keep in mind. Our joints have a lot of cartilage and different aspects that don't heal like muscles or even bones do. Close your eyes for 5. Let the exhale carry away the intensity. It might be an intensity in your physical body. It might be an intensity in your mind, a resistance. One more breath here. And lean back into your hands. Stretch your legs out. Give them a bit of a tap out. Bend the knees, feet flat. Roll all the way onto your back. Arms open, either down by the hips or out wide by the shoulders. And a simple sway of your knees, way over to the right, and way over to the left. Do 3 more like that. As you return towards center, you can gradually bring the knees together, feet wide, or feet together, knees wide, or legs outstretched to final rest, Savasana. Take a minute. If it's all you've got is a minute, use it. Being here fully present and aware as your body softens those edges that you've spent time exploring. Getting to know the edge of our mind and our body helps us start to learn where we can move into or where we need to move away from. Just as your brain and your body communicate when you touch something hot, there's a moment of stillness before the pulling back, the reaction. It's a very subtle amount of time you wouldn't even notice. This is what we build through our yogic practice. Rather than a quick reaction, there's a subtleness of pause to respond. If you've got the extra time, stay here a little longer. If you're moving on with your day, make your way to your right side. And make your way back to a tall seat. Let your hands greet at heart center. Bowing inward. Reflection and honor of the mountain within you, the resilience, the strength, the power, the growth. Namaste.